Ladies and gentlemen, welcome yet again to another edition of What Really Matters NYC with your host Tony Keevan, and more importantly you. I mean, you've got our dial-in number right here up on the screen, 212-757-1392. And you can also Skype in if you wish. Our ID is What Really Matters NYC. And if you're new to our show, we talk about news in Manhattan, and we're live. We stream on the internet, and we're live right here in Manhattan on Time Warner Cable and a bunch of other networks as well, so you can interact with us. And we usually do our show in a couple different segments. We've got our first segment where we interview a guest, and then we got the weather dude comes in, and then we've got the second segment where you can really dial in and do your bit. And then at last we play the number one or number two radio song in the USA. We play the video of it, which is always very interesting. So hang around for all of that, but we're going to start with our topic. And our topic tonight is the East 91st Street Marine Transfer Station. Lorraine, what do you think that is?
Is it a train station?
It's not. It's a really good point, though, ladies and gentlemen. And Lorraine's our commentator, all right? Our commentator, Lorraine. She kind of gives us the helicopter view of events here in New York City. But our government is building something. It's called the East 91st Street Marine Transfer Station. And it popped up in the news this week, of course, between the mayoral candidates. And we've got a special guest. His name is Andy Lachman. Andy, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good evening.
Great, good evening. And Andy's from a group, which I've got our website up there. It's called pledgetoprotectnyc.org. So Andy, tell us, what is the 91st Street Marine Transfer Station?
91st Marine Transfer Station is the city's idea of a way to get rid of our trash. They are basically going to have local garbage trucks go right down the middle of our recreation area, which is that asphalt green, and Carl Schurz Park and the Esplanade and Tecovitz Playground. Line up these garbage trucks, and they're going to go into this facility, and they're going to dump trash into a barge, and a tugboat is going to pull that trash away.
How many trucks a day are going to do this?
Well, the figures seem all over the place, but it could be up to 500 trucks a day.
Holy cow, 500 trucks a day?
Yep.
Wow. So this is on the east side of New York, and the reason it's a very interesting topic this week, of course, is that, and I'm going to kind of quote from the New York Times, we have our mayoral candidate, our mayoral election coming up in 5 months for all you folks who are paying attention. And of course, you know, Christine Quinn, she's the speaker and the only mayoral candidate to remain steadfastly in support of the Marine Transfer Station. And of course, last week, William Thompson, a former city controller, announced on Thursday that he opposed the planned structure. And so Ms. Quinn said something about environmental racism that had to come to an end. So is there a struggle about where this marine garbage station goes, where I guess they're going to take the garbage from the trucks, they're going to load it up, and they're going to ship it over to Queens? Is that the idea?
No. Under the current arrangement, 100% of New York, Manhattan's residential trash goes directly on the truck that picks it up on the curb, and they load up, and then they take it to a waste to transfer energies facility in New Jersey. Under this plan, 2/3 of Manhattan's trash will continue to go to the waste energy transfer facility in New Jersey, but 1/3 of it will go on these trucks onto these barges, taken by tugboats down the East River to Staten Island, and be offloaded in Staten Island, and then taken to the same waste to transfer energy facility that it's being trucked to now.
Okay, so what is the issue about, besides, I mean, where are there other ones in Manhattan? I know there's one at 59th Street on the west side, right?
No, that's not present. As far as I know, that hasn't been open. Under the Swamp Plan, it's supposed to open, but I don't believe it's operational.
Yeah, because I go by there on this way to the TV station each Wednesday, and I don't smell anything, and it looks very clean, and I've never seen trucks coming in and out of it. So
right. It's
there and it's not working.
That's correct.
So is there one in Manhattan on the island that is working?
Not that I know of. Manhattan doesn't have any, and they didn't want to make this one. And the problem with it is they're building this on top of parkland and on top of asphalt green, and 31,000 kids play in this facility. I would say 40% of the kids that use it are minorities, and it's very harmful to these children to have trucks with diesel fuel emissions going onto the playing field, going onto a toddler playground, getting sucked into asphalt greens, pool ventilation system. And recently the World Health Organization, actually this summer, said that these diesel particulates are cancer-causing. And we recently did a health study, and it points out how damaging these particulates are to little children.
So, do you have a proposal of where else it should go, or is there an alternative solution?
Well, my primary goal, I'm a dad and I'm an assistant soccer coach. My primary goal is to stop this from being built because it's dangerous and harmful. So my expertise is not in where to locate garbage facilities. However, I can say that the current methodology, which is basically trucking to New Jersey, is much safer, less costly, and less harmful than the alternative plan that they have. And the whole logic behind this particular facility from the city is they want to reduce truck pollution from residential garbage trucks in other boroughs. So they say they want to build this station, but the irony is none of the trucks are currently going to another borough. And I do want to say that I feel for the other boroughs that have horrible pollution due to these trucks. But the solution that they have posed does not address that problem.
Okay. Let me ask you something about the Zone A and Zone B, because during Sandy, you know, I call viewers, you may remember, we did a show, it was called Is Zone B the New Zone A? Because all the flooding came up to, on Manhattan and other places on the edges. And isn't this going to flood this new station as well when we have another Sandy? And isn't that all that garbage and sewage going to flow everywhere? I mean, I know that's what happened on the sewage plant. They would overflow. So the same thing's going to happen to this, right?
Yes. This facility is in a flood zone A, and the plant is on the FDR. The water flooded almost to 2nd Avenue, which is basically 3 blocks away.
So what is, we only got another minute here
Sure.
to wrap up. But Lorraine, do you have a question? And then while you think about it, let me ask this one final question. What is the, is there like a timetable, Andy, that the government is going to maybe stop doing this, or is this inevitable that is rolling forward?
Well, they're rolling forward, but I'm telling you, we are not stopping. We're going to do everything humanly possible to stop this. This is wrong. It's harmful, and it's the cost is staggering. What the city wants to do here, and we're not going to give up. We're going to keep fighting this.
Lorraine, you have any questions?
Well, yeah, I was going to say there's always that possibility that some of the trash will fall off the barge and pollute the river as well.
Yeah. Well, let me just mention this. The city says that this plant is going to cause no pollution, no extra truck traffic, no noise, no odor. It's not going to be harmful to kids. Now, does that make sense? This is an industrial facility. Does anybody believe that those things are going to happen?
Okay. Hey, we have a caller. Let's see. Oh, caller, you on the air? Hello? Okay, I don't think the caller is there. Listen, Andy, we're going to let you go. We really thank you for your synopsis of the situation there, and we hope the best. I mean, when the city starts rolling, though, it's really hard to turn them back, you know.
Yep, I know that, but we're going to do it. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I really appreciate the time.
Okay,
Have a
man,
great
I
night,
appreciate your
everybody.
time. Thanks so much, Andy, for calling in.